Yo, my fellow art students, Brian Proctor back again with another video. And yes, I said art students. It's been about 3 years now. And for those, the faithful few that have stayed with me, you are now considered my art students. So no more YouTubers because everybody's a YouTuber. You guys are art students. So that's speak English. That's what will I be referring to? That's what I will be calling you guys now, art students, fellow art students. So anyway, I'm back to do another video, and this one is going to be another action pose position video. I decided to do some flying now. I don't think I've ever done anything flying, and I know a lot of you guys out there have flying characters. So I thought it'd be neat to do some flying positions. So let's just jump into this so I won't tongue twist any more words like I'm drunk or something. I'm drunk on art, ready to draw. Okay, so grab your pencils, art students, and let's get to drawing. All right, so this is going to be your standard flying position, if you can call it a standard flying position. It's going to be pretty much going back in perspective, shall we say. So the easiest way to do that is to first, let's just say if you draw a board or plank, a log, not a log, a log is square, a board. Just to say this person's going to be flying like this. Rectangle going back almost into a triangle. Not going to make a triangle, it's going to stop right there. So we have this, we take this up, we take this up, that. So we're making that board shape, I guess you can say that, board shape. Wood block, sounds better. You want to split that down the middle, like so. Now, out of this, we're going to do the body, and it's the same way where I do this, and I have the torso, the tuna can, as I call it, the upside down house. I have this in that square or rectangle. So we're going to do the same thing with this. So we're going to do the oval, and the hard part is just to get it right, get it in proportion. But the feet probably will come out here, but you use this as a guideline to do what you have to do. You want to use the whole thing. So that's going to be the oval, and you can turn it to the side if you need be. If need be. So, and that's going to be the center, but you want to curve this. You want a lot of curve up here because it is round, because when you're flying, that part of the chest is going to stick up as you put your arms out. So from that center line, you still want to have your tuna can, as I call it. And the tuna can, for those that are new, is shaped like this. Your average can of tuna fish. I had a friend that hated it when you call it tuna fish. And it's like, it's tuna, not tuna fish. I said, it's a fish, and it's called a tuna, so it's tuna fish. So, yeah, so that's that right here. That's actually what this is, just at more of a looking down angle. So if I did that, and it's just an easy shape to actually add to it to help you draw your person. So I just call it a tuna can. For you fellow art students, you know what I'm saying. So like this, and then as I say, center, you want to bring that your upside down house, and then you want your legs coming down. Now the one thing is this angle here, you want everything to fall on that same angle. So when you have your knees, and the feet are going to come back some more, if you have, this is your upper thighs here, your knee here, and your knee here. These knees need to fall on that same line. So if I go straight down like this and this, so we'll have one knee here and one knee there. Now continue with that leg. And because this is your shin bone, you want to kind of curve it up a little bit. Still have the calf here going into the foot. And then here's your knee, and you want to curve that just a little bit, because that calf on that leg, when you have that leg here, your knee, your other half of your leg, you have that bone that comes straight down here, and from the side, you won't see this part of your calf. So if you're going sideways, so if he's standing sideways, here's his knee, here's his front of his shin bone, and there's his foot on the side. It's not going to be round. You're not going to see this part. So this little bone here actually comes in a little bit, dips in. So that's what you're going to have when you do this. This part so far is pretty simple. The hard part is the arm here, which would be the left arm. So bringing this up, you're going to have your neck here. So let's just put the head here just for the time being. The neck and the head. And that's why I say it's going to actually, he's going to be actually curving up instead of just his head is going to be here like he's standing straight up. It's going to go up and into that neck and then to that head. And the head is adjustable, which we will adjust that several times. So what we have here is a failure to communicate. Old movie. So we're going to have the arms here. We're going to do the one arm here. So let's just put the straight arm here. And hopefully it's long enough and I have room for the hand. So on this angle here, let's just say this is going to be the wrist. It might be a little short because I'm running out of space, but don't blame me. Don't judge. So this angle, we're going to have to do it same thing here. So this arm here, we're going to come out of, let's do this. We have your neck here, your collarbone here, which goes up like this, up and down. And don't worry, if you can't see this, I'll ink this shortly. And then your chest is going to come straight down. Your other one is going to come straight up here, like so, because you're going to have that arm that's covering it. So you have your delt right here on this side, and you have your delt on that side. So you want to bring that arm straight up, and it's going to stop on that line. So if his wrist is like here, his wrist is going to be there on that line too. Like that. And then, of course, you're going to cover some of the face because you're looking up at an up angle. So the face is going to be something to the point like this. This is his bottom chin. Bottom chin. Does he have a top chin? This is the bottom of his chin and his neck that comes out into there. And once I ink this, you will see what I'm saying. Now, doing this, we're going to bring the lats in like that. You have your chest that comes up and around. So when you have your hands up, you surrender. You stop it. So when you have your hands up, okay, let's do one down, one up. You have your collarbone that comes over here, and then your delts, then your bicep. But when you put that hand up, this chest is more squared off. When you put that hand up, the chest is going to come up. Like that, it's gonna come. If this is your chest, you hit the hand up. It's gonna come close. One side is gonna come close together, like that. And then we got the top part. The top part is the top of the delt. So it's gonna come up like this. This one's gonna come up and connect like that. And then you have your arm that comes out from underneath that. Same thing here, but it's just a different angle. So we got this. That comes to the chest. We've got this one here. And this light is murder. This, I don't know what it is. My glasses might be dirty or what. And this one here that comes around the arm. Now, this is the hard part. If you get this right, then you pretty much have it. So split the arm in two. So you have your elbow here going across. The elbow's going to be here. So you have your, what is that? Your tricep, yes. Your tricep is going to come around here because this is your elbow here. And whenever you do the elbow, jumping back to my paper, will I ever have a 10-minute video? Probably not. And this is your hand right here. Goofy looking hand. So your delt. Separate your bicep and your tricep. Now here's your elbow here. Now that elbow is going to take like this kind of a shape like this, the pill shape. Your elbow is going to be here. But your muscles come around it like that. That's the shape of your tricep. Yeah, like that. So wherever your elbow is, just know you're going to have this oval, oblong shape. So that helps you define where your tricep is going to be at. And your elbow might be a little higher, like up here. Let me switch to a pencil so that I can see, because as I said, I got a lot of glare. Let's go blue. So let's just say your elbow is here with that shape that determines your tricep. And the tricep is going to come around like that. You might not see the bicep because your bicep is going to be on the inside. You might see a little, but in this one, you won't. Now here, they really don't, it doesn't come to a point, and this was a hard part. I was trying to figure this out yesterday, or trying to figure out how to explain it. A lot of people don't show this position because there's really no connection. There's no way, like you can say, okay, the chest is like this, and then you have this, and then you have that, and all the lines can connect to one. Same thing here. That's going to come around. You can say all the lines connect, but there's no real connection right here. So you're going to have to like leave that open, come to the elbow, and then you want to do your forearm like that. Now, what you have here, you have this tricep, not tricep, this is your delt. You have your delt. It comes, delt comes up and kind of a bit of a rounded like this. So you're going to have a little bit of this delt here, and then your back or your lats like that. Because how is it? Your lats, maybe I need to bring that down more. Your lats, you have this part here. Then you have your arm that comes in, because you have that underarm pit, that armpit. That's something else people really don't draw. So I had to actually like research that when I started to draw. It's like, where is that armpit? And it comes down in here from this and in here. And then you have your lats that come down here. So this is going to be that armpit right in here where you put your deodorant. If you use deodorant, and you should use deodorant on a hot, sweaty day. And number one, the chest is like too low. Which is why I always say stop and walk away from your video, walk away from your drawing, walk away from your video, and then see what you have, what you come back up with. What? See what you have done, and if there's any mistakes or not. So let me shrink this waist down. Same thing, you have your that little mountain here. It comes down to your abs. So I don't do blue pencils because they break. Line for your abs. That one and this one comes into. So you're going to have your obliques here, which comes down into the crotch. Same thing here. This is going to come down. That's going to come down. Your obliques, which comes into the crotch. Like so. So this arm, you have your bicep here, which is where's the end of the bicep, which is about right here. So we're going to do this bicep. You probably see some of your tricep. So I'm going to do this, which actually the bicep goes all the way back under here, as well as your tricep. And then you will see the same thing. You have this delt, yeah, that comes around and then into the lat, like that. So then you have your other forearm, which I think I'll make that a little shorter so they'll both end about right there. But as long as you keep it on these same paths, I don't know why I did that one, you should be good. Same thing with the feet. So if the feet are about right there, you have one foot, and doing a center line down the leg, you take that same center line down the foot, and you won't have a foot that's off or crooked or what have you. It's that good sized foot. Here, the other foot, and then feet don't have to be actually the same. I mean, you can bring that one foot in like that, or you can have it out as well as the other one. And I'll work on that because I don't like the way that foot looks. Because it should be more flattish like that, and then turn in, because you have your ankle here, then the foot comes. But I'll work on that. But as long as the ankles, the feet, as I say, the feet don't necessarily have to be, because one foot could be up, one foot could be down, however. But this is the main part. You get this right, and the rest of it kind of does what it's supposed to do. So that might need to come up a little bit more too, because your rib cage is like this, like that. Of course, you do have skin that's going to come down into a fold here. You can bring that up sometimes. And then there are times when I do the ribs, but I kind of don't in some cases. It's just best to leave that alone. So, all right, so let's get this left foot a little wider. So this is that. That is the hips. So the foot is going to come out. The leg is going to come out here. Here's that knee. And it's a curve in like so. And then this. So because what? Because that elbow is going to make that line here. This line is going to be here and come in. You see a little bit of the muscle here because of the way the hand is going to be turned. Now, either you can have the fist, or you can have the straight, I'm flying kind of hands. Hands up. Like that. But again, same angle here. Like that. Now, if you do the hands open, just remember you have to split them. You have the palm here. You have the other part of the palm there. You have the thumb. And then you have your fingers. Like that. Now, if you do a fist, you want to square that off. Just like you did this when you made that box. Like that. Of course, you have your palm, the one half of the palm and the other half of the palm. So your thumb is going to come up and across. Let's go blue. Like that. And your finger is going to come down. Going to go up from here and down. Second one is going to come out a little bit. So basically, you're just going to see the knuckle down. Third one, knuckle down, and the fourth one, same thing down, and tucks under that. This palm, part of that palm comes like that. Can you see that? Let me stop my camera and restart it because it's gotten to that fuzzy, blurry stage. I guess. So it depends on what you which way you want to go with the hands. Because you're looking up, so you will see the palm of the hand. Maybe this might not come out so high, but you know you split it 1, 2, 3, and then you have your fourth finger like that. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, like so. And you can either bring the thumb up to the front like that, or have it out to the side. You have to play with that and then find out which way you like it. So because you're seeing more this side, I'd put more palm, or be more with the palm. So more this side of the palm than that. Bring that thumb out a little bit more, because this part of the palm actually comes off of your hand. It's that fat, meaty part. It's going to kind of come off a little bit. And then you put your thumb like that. So whichever you choose to do, whatever fist or hand you choose. That's a little bit long, maybe, but he is stretching out. Stretching out. And I'm just double checking everything. This does go into the arm here, and this one there. So you have your neck, and your shoulders are scrunched up. So you won't really see your shoulders. You just see your neck coming up here, and then it goes up, and it turns out, because I said the chin, you see that bottom of that chin right here, and that head, which is going to come all the way around back here, and then your neck behind your delts. So if there was the front of his face, I would say probably like that, and this would probably be his eyes somewhere up in here. I made that more squared off just to make it look better. Bring this up, and then like that. Bring that up. So, working with the legs just a little bit, you will see some buttocks because the legs come in like this, and the buttocks are going to come just a little bit like that. But your legs go kind of like this, No, your legs go like that. So you have your knee, and of course you have the meat that comes down. And that's that part. You might see a little bit from this angle, you might see a little bit of that calf more here. And then that upside down V, which separates the muscles. Same thing here. Here's your other knee. I just usually do that kind of diamond shape for the knee because the muscles do come and make it come into that shape. I'll push this knee over a little bit more. Like so. I don't know why the camera is still blurred. Let me stop and work with this camera a little bit more. As soon as I mess with this right there, because that's going to come up like that. Yeah, let me mess with this camera because I don't know why it's blurred like that. All right, so I stopped for a little break and walked away from this so I could come back and look at it again with fresh eyes. And I'm fairly happy with what I have, but before we go on, let's do a couple things. Just remember, when you're doing this, to try to keep it round. That's the main thing that you want to do, is just keep all of this round. So when you're drawing, it won't come out to be flat. So when you're drawing the arms, you just want to remember that it is a round arm, so forth and so on. So yeah, just keep that round. And as I said, when you throw your arms out, let's do this from the side. It's going to be like a side flying kind of thing. There's the buttocks and there's the legs and there's the arms here, the shoulders here. Your head is not going to be like this, let's just say, because he looks like he's standing straight up. So when you throw your arms up, this is going to shift and the shoulder's going to shift up. Let me just say, here's your hand. So that neck is going to come up and it's going to be like this. So that chest is going to shift to poke out more here. And then your ribs are going to get like sucked in. Like if you lift your head up and take a deep breath, or if you stand straight up and you take a deep breath, you notice how your chest lifts up and that the rib cage goes up as well. So that's the same thing with this one. So you want to keep it round like that so that head can come up and that chest, that rib cage will actually sink in like that. And what was something else? Same thing. If you took that position and you turned it, we have it like a board. like this. Like this. So even if you turned it more to be like this, it would be the same principle. Try to throw that head up there first. That's probably one of the first things. And then throw your torso in there. Then get your center line. Then your arms. Remembering whatever this angle is here, here, and here. This has to be the same thing. So your arm, with this angle, it's going to come across his face. So you won't see as much face. So you have to watch what angle you decide to put it on. And then you go from there with the tuna can, the upside down house, and the legs. So no matter how you turn that box, you just have to remember, keep it on the same angle till you can actually have it where it's kind of like that. Throw the head in there first, throw your torso, your arms, same thing here. And then center line, your little tuna can, which whatever parts you can see, the house, which you can see, and then the legs going back. You wouldn't see that much of all of that. I'm going down because of the angle. So there was something I was about to say. It's the same thing if you took a cylinder and you turned it sideways. If you turned it this way, it would go back in time. And if you turn it front ways looking down, same thing you could do with a person. So that head would be here, the arms would be there, the feet would be down here. So it's kind of the same thing, but to me it's easier to do the little square, the rectangle, to make to start your body out. Center line, and then as I say, your head, your neck is going to be in here. Your delt's going to come up like that. Your arm's going to come underneath your delts. And wherever your wrist stops, this other wrist has to stop there too. So forth. Your rib cage. Remember, your rib cage is going to come out because when you throw your hands up, it's a party in the house. I'm sorry, I might be tired. When you throw your hands up, your rib cage is going to jet out a little bit more, and that stomach's going to suck in a little bit more. So you just have to get your proportions right as you go back down. There's a party in the house. So yeah, like so. And then you can bend the arms a little bit if you want to. That depends on how you're flying, or the hand could be right here. However a hand could be. And then it's more of a foreshortening type of thing. Like that. So yeah, you just remember the little square thing. So what I'm about to do is ink this, and I'm not going to do a fast motion inking. I'm just going to cut to inking it to save some time, because I don't know if you enjoy seeing me ink it or not, but I'm going to start just drawing it out, finishing it, and then just kind of inking it, and it's going to be done. But if for some reason you do enjoy seeing me ink it, or for some reason you want to see me ink it, leave some comments saying, yes, please continue to ink it. We like seeing you ink it, even though it's in fast motion. Even though it's turning like this, you get a little bit of YouTube free music to listen to. But just to save time, I'm just going to go ahead and ink this off camera, and then the next time you see it, it'll be finished, and the video will be over. So sad, don't cry, I'll come back with another one. Okay, so let me ink this, and it'll be done. All right, art students, here we go. This is the final product of the flying. And as I said, I'm not going to do any speed inking unless you really want to see that. So this just takes less time to do. And then you have like, boom, the final product. So this is the first one in the, I don't want to say series of flying, but I'm going to do a few more flying positions for all those who have flying characters that want to put them in some flying positions. So remember, just try to keep the body as round as you can. And I think once you get this arm right, you pretty much got it, and keep everything lined up. I ended up screwing up this fist because I had the thumb turned the wrong way, so I darkened it out. I cheated, but other than that, hopefully you got the process of doing it. So just keep doing it. And the way to learn drawing actually is to just, number one, keep drawing. But if you take one position or a face or a hand, and you draw that like 3 consecutive times, at least 3 consecutive times, then you'll be able to draw that, because all drawing is muscle memory. It's just that you've done it so much that it's just second nature, like any professional artist. They've done these things so many times that they can do it with their eyes closed, and that's all it is. So don't be hard on yourselves if you draw something and it doesn't come out right. That's because you haven't drawn it enough. So once you draw it over and over and over again, it becomes simple. So with that said, I'm going to leave you guys to do your own drawing, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Keep drawing. Later.